Good morning. How's everybody today? Hope you're all doing very well. I'm glad you appreciated the video yesterday about painting the house. And again, I did one day's work and I did one day's rest. Trying to balance backwards on the ladder, not fun. Woke up this morning and my back was a little bit tight, so I thought, you know something? Chill out. Doesn't need to be done in a day. So I'm fine now. The back's loosened off altogether. But I think I'll leave it alone today, and then tomorrow back at it. What I was trying to explain yesterday is this is where I want to do up here. So caulk in between the house and then up in here caulk and go all the way around the house. And I have a new paint color for this, which is just a little bit more the color of the house, but it's closer to white. So that's for tomorrow. What I wanted to talk about today is holistic. What does holistic mean? You know, to some, you know, maybe you think of a holistic doctor, where, you know, and holistic is can conjure up many different meanings and feelings. But for me, holistic means the whole body. You have to look at the whole thing. You don't just say, oh, I'm hungry and just eat junk, because that's not taking care of yourself. Or, you know, there's many things that could come underneath the heading of holistic. What do you think about that? What comes to your mind when you think of holistic? Come over and sit in the woods. The birds are noisy today. You know, so when I create videos for you guys, part of you know, photography or cinematography or whatever you want to call it, they're all names for something you do, but you create based on how you understand things, right? So I tried to create videos almost holistically. I'm trying to create a peaceful, calm, enjoyable environment with minimum noise, minimum stress, because, you know, life is full of stress. You only have to turn the TV on and listen to all the lies that go on to understand, you know, what's going on in the world. You know, I can say in 5 seconds how to solve the problems of the world. But who listens to me? You know, what you have to do is learn to create your own little environment. And that's what I do here at Paradise. Try to create an environment. So, you know, over here there's some little tree trying to grow in there. But here, this is full of ferns. And I forget, what are they called again? Elephant ear and all kinds of other plants I have in here. And you know, you can hear the birds, not my birds, but the other wild birds over here, and there's squirrels, and the river's just over here, and there's fields. The reason I'm not here because of the fields, but I'm here because I'm right next to water. Water has a healing property, and so on and so on, okay? So, trying to create a holistic environment. You know, somebody commented last night, and I'm not trying to be derogatory in any shape or form, said, well, you know, it's cheap enough to hire a painter. Well, if you know me, that's not who I am. I want to do it myself. The whole point is, I'm not painting the house because it has to be done. I'm painting the house because I want to see it the way I want to see it. You know, and I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I wouldn't say sometimes, okay, maybe sometimes too much of a perfectionist, but when it's done, it looks good. Other people say, wow, this looks good. And that's who I am. That's the way I want to do it. So if you have painters here, they're smoking, maybe they have a radio, they have a drink, they throw the bottle in the woods. I've seen it. I've been here long enough. You know, and then they leave and there's trash everywhere, so you know, they don't respect your place. So if I do it the way I want to, and I don't throw bottles everywhere, I don't smoke and make noise. I don't have to keep checking on them. Are they here, or do I have to buy new brushes? I had a guy help me paint the house before. He did the parts that I couldn't reach on a tall ladder, and I didn't want to go up the tall ladder because it's you know, I'm not 80 kilos. So, but you know, he would forget to wash the brush, and the next day, oh, my brush is hard, I need a new brush. So you have to buy him another brush and another brush and another brush. My point is, do it yourself, create your own environment, okay? You know, health is more than just food, because you know, you can eat any food you want, but is it the right food? You know, hands up, I like a hamburger, you know, but do you eat them every day? No. I tried to eat more vegetables. I was a vegetarian for 4.5 years, but I realized I couldn't keep it going. But it's, so let's put a dot at the end of that statement then, okay, over. How do you create that environment? You know, you can have it if you live in a city and in an apartment. Maybe you have it in the corner of a room. You're, you know, like a water feature, even if it's just something you plug in and it's a small pump that has water. You can hear the sound of water. Or maybe you just have a stereo with the sound of water. Maybe you have one plant, maybe you have nothing, but you create something that helps you be in that peaceful state. For me, the whole of paradise is that peaceful state. So at this end of the property, I have a woods. How big is it? 30 meters by 40 meters, something like that. I just left it woods, and I encourage it to grow. There's a couple trees over here that I'm going to take away because I want to put some fruit trees in there. And but the rest I just leave it alone. You know, I live on the other half, or other 2/3. But the holistic thing is, you know, I got pineapples growing, bananas growing, all kinds of different fruits growing. And you know, I think the fruits, go back to the holistic thing. I think the fruit, the thought of growing your fruit is a way of, it's a kind of a therapeutic in itself. And then you take care of it, which is a therapy in itself, and then you consume it, which is, then it's a therapy because you taste it and you appreciate the goodness of it. And you know, what is food? Food is information. The lump or the taste on your tongue is a sensation that you feel, that you think, I like this. And then you have food in your belly, which is a feeling that you feel, I like this. But actually, food is information. I know that might sound crazy, but it's information that your body needs to keep itself healthy. So this is what I call my shade garden. So I can sit here, and this is what I see when I'm sitting down. And I got different things going on here, different plants at different stages. This one on the left, this guy, he'll go into a basket soon. He was real small, so I just left him in here until he gets a little bit bigger. And then he can go in a basket and join the rest of the gang. And he'll turn into one of these big guys in time. Sitting here in front of the house, and you got some hanging baskets up there. What I'd like to do is move some hanging baskets over here to hang right in front of the house here. So I thought, how can I do that? So this morning I was sitting in the house thinking about it, and I've got some, you know, when I first moved here, there was no electricity here, not even a pole to bring the electricity here. So I had to pay 20,000 baht for a guy to dig some poles into the ground and then run the wiring from the pole way down there up to here, about 100 meters away. And then a year later, the electric company actually brought some poles down the road. So now I use the electric companies, but I had the concrete poles are still in the ground. Actually, some of them have been pulled out because somebody moved in to turn the woods into a home down there. But I still have the metal poles, and one of them is 3.5 meters, or 3.3 meters, and another 3 others are 2.5 meters tall. So I could actually put them in the ground So what I was thinking is at the end down there, maybe just around the corner, put one over here, one just here somewhere, and then one another over here. And then put some metal across the top of them, and then weld some hooks to it, and then I can hang the hanging baskets from them. And what are you doing? You're creating a holistic environment. So you have a lot of green hanging around you, and it all creates an energy, which is hopefully relaxing and healing. You cannot heal if you're stressed, because your body, while it's stressed, creates different hormones, fight or flight and all that sort of stuff, to fight and flight. So if you're stressed 24/7 and you get a little sickness, it can't heal because your body's under tension. So if you can create a holistic environment, even if it's in the corner of the room and you just sit and focus on it, it can calm your mind. For me, what caused me to want to create a whole garden, home and everything? Well, because of the things I've lived through in my life, caused me to want to live this way. And I did it for a reason before, but then I enjoyed the reason. I enjoyed it so much, I want to stay in it all the time. So I guess I'm hooked on my medicine. So that's what I was thinking of doing, creating a pole system. I called it a spider web. But and then put some hooks on it, and you can have hanging baskets right here in front of me. And while I sit next to the house, little tiny breeze coming by. But to create a garden like this part of the world is warm, so you just have to water it all the time because everything will dry out. So the ideal paradise would be an island that rained a lot, like in Indonesia, maybe Bali or something, Hawaii. Hawaii is probably the best place because it's like 70-some degrees Fahrenheit all the time, and it rains because it's an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So that's like one of the best places. But if there's people there, they want to build a hotel, they want to build this, they want to farm this. So you got to find a place to do all this stuff where you have the least amount of stress from the people that surround you. And is this place perfect? No. This is a road. It's not a dead end. And people use it as a shortcut to go to a temple down the road here or whatever. And I drive really slow on it, and other people drive slow on it. But there's a few who have the big pickup truck, the big ego, who have to go super fast. Noise, dust, dirt, which spoils, but you just have to learn to create that environment inside you. Just go and let it go. So if I have a point for today, is to try to create that holistic environment. And that's what paradise here is about for me, and paradise wherever you are. The thing you have to remember is everything you build, you have to maintain, so that all takes time. So there's got to be a balance between working, this is hard for me, a balance between working and resting. And when you're resting, relax and enjoy. Don't find something else to do and say it's resting. And all my life I've been that way. It's been really hard for me to sit still and to enjoy, because I'll just keep working and working and working. And nowadays though, I'm thinking, what am I doing this for? Slow down a little bit. So yesterday my back was tight from hanging on the ladder up here. So today, chill out. Tomorrow, back to work. I don't go anywhere on the weekends because there's too much traffic and too many people around. So I just like to be here at the weekend. So I have what I need. I can get busy. Tomorrow I'll caulk, and I have a gallon of paint to go up there. I don't know how much more I'm going to need. Probably another gallon, but or a small pot. But if I get the front done, then I can start painting the front of the house. I have paint to paint the front of the house, so I have enough to keep me busy over the weekend. I don't know why I felt I needed to talk about this today, but maybe somebody needed it out there. But I just decided, you know, I with the spider web thing, with the metal to hang stuff from, is what I was thinking. That started me thinking of the whole process this morning. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you can learn something. Like I said, if you have an apartment, you can get a picture, or you know, screensaver, or anything just to start, all the way up to something I'm doing. There's all kinds of different things to think about, but the main thing that I want to leave you with is, whatever you do, you have to have peace of mind. When you have peace, because the body will follow the mind. If you're living in a stressful environment, then your body will follow the stressful mind and get sick. So find peace, be calm, find some love inside. If you can't love anybody, but love yourself, and be kind to yourself, be gentle, be peaceful, and be happy. Good night. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness. Look after yourselves, guys. See you in the morning.